Every artist lives off of their youth. They're not gonna love as passionately ever. They're never gonna be as sad. They're not gonna be as happy. This one time, it's like 1 a.m. We're high as fuck. Security workers, police officers. I was running. I see my two friends next to me and I start laughing. When you're with your friends, you're not scared anymore. All that's left is the adrenaline and ecstasy. You're slowly becoming more and more numb every day.
It's always just one more thing. When you graduate high school, just get the diploma. You already got the diploma, just get the degree. Worry about that after you get married. You're married now, so just get the house, and then you get the house, and then you have the kid, and then by the time you raise the kid, now you gotta save for retirement. It's for the rest of your life.
Now's not the time to work that factory job for 10 years. You're fucking up that kid by living like that. One of the most traumatic experiences is having a parent that has an unlived life.
Why do you want to go to New York?
No change happens in the same place. I don't think it's the place that people are mad about. It's about the person that they will be if they stay. The people that want to get out aren't satisfied with who they are. They know staying is gonna make them stay as that person. And they want to transform. That's what it is for me. I want to transform.
I got accepted in U of T med school, yeah.
Why'd you drop out? It's the big question.
Hey, yesterday, 23K.
Whenever you see somebody actually going out and trying something different, it's almost seen as, what the hell are you doing? Bought a plane ticket with the last bit of money I had in my bank.
Someone that's done different things and extraordinary things and extraordinarily hard things is completely different from someone who has never experienced that.
I think everyone knows that feeling. You know, the opposite of whatever it means to be homesick. A place that once felt like home, well, now you're just sick of it. You feel stuck. Shit, it feels like the whole city's stuck at times. This city still can't decide between the warm glow of the halogen bulbs and the cold gaze of the LEDs. But maybe I hate it, because, I don't know, all three of my exes hated this fucking city, so maybe they got to me.
Yeah, so we're going to a spot we haven't been to in a very long time, since probably right after high school. How'd you find the spot?
There was this guy that I used to work with back in high school. So everybody that was working with us were all like these nerdy guys, right? That are trying to become like doctors or politicians and shit. I never really fit in, but then I met this one guy that was always late. I was always fucking around. I was getting high as fuck before the shifts. So then I started hanging out with him and then he brought me to this spot and then I was like, what the? And then I brought Mayor and then I brought you. And then I remember your first reaction. You were like, holy shit, like I've never seen, you don't really have reactions, but I remember your reaction was pretty sick. It made me happy. Sometimes I would just skip class and go there. This is like the place to like get away from everything and then think about your life and dream a little bit.
Well, I've been over to the Silver Balls where everyone here in Edmonton knows. What's your name, man?
Manuel.
So I hear we're gonna do some illegal shit, and then I heard I was down. In my jam-packed day, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm making the trip out.
This is right on topic, because you're fucking leaving in a month from now. This guy's trying to get to New York.
We're hitting that mark. It's just time to get those last couple months in, right?
Yeah, I just wanna be forever young.
Strategically walking where there's like things on here because I've seen too many movies.
Isn't it this spot? It's this spot, right? Yeah.
No one can stop me now. Yeah, I just wanna be forever young.
I had a huge fear of birds growing up. Got over it like 2 years ago.
Vulcan season right now, I know I get it. I'm almost 200 pounds. You gotta remind me, man, especially while I'm up on top of something like this.
Hey, you want to see the sketchiest part of this place?
No, not really.
This spot, everybody during the summertime used to come up and just hang right there. I don't have the stomach for it.
Failing my school assignment today don't matter because we're about like 100 feet up in ice right now, so...
It's all perspective.
Yeah.
You were just talking the other day, you're like, I think I'm gonna go out. What do you think about leaving the city?
It's not so much leaving Edmonton, it's basically just kind of going for new opportunities. I feel like a lot of people here don't really do the type of stuff that we're doing. I feel like we're such like a stereotypical blue-collar, hard-working province. Whenever you see somebody actually going out and trying something different, it's almost seen as like, what the hell are you doing?
Even just like photography, I remember when I started doing photography, I was applying places for like jobs.
Yeah.
During the interviews, this one girl was like, oh, like what's your plan? I was like, well, I'm trying to like do a photography business.
Yeah.
Right, and then she was like, oh, like so you're doing nothing. Right,
Yeah.
It's just kind of like the attitude.
Nobody else here does this, and you need to collaborate with people in the industry we're in. Letting other people see that you're actually doing it, and then they buy into it, and they're seeing, okay, this guy's actually going out and doing something with it. He's not just in his bedroom filming a video that anybody realistically could do.
Before the camera was rolling, you said you made your first big bet last year.
I heard about this charity hockey event last year, and it was actually in London. I was traveling around doing stuff in BC with an event company out there because of how little people are doing anything here. I had little to no money in my bank account at the time. Bought a plane ticket with the last bit of money I had in my bank account.
I didn't know that part.
And then I headed out, went to this charity hockey event, met a bunch of influencers. A couple of the guys let me stay with them. It kicked off from there. These are the missing pieces. One, there's other people that are doing what you're doing out there. It brought a whole new sense of like urgency to go do it now that you finally met other people doing what you're doing.
What's like the big dream?
I hate doing the typical 9 to 5. I need to feel fulfilled. I don't think I'll be happy unless I do something for myself to just keep pushing forward and knowing I built something.
Do you ever feel like you're running out of time a bit?
I feel like I'm running out of time every day, so that's what gets you out of bed. That's what gets everyone out of bed. I know I'm gonna make it one day, and the fact that we're out here filming on a bridge, I think we all know we're going to make it one day. It's just a matter of how long is it gonna take? How long are you willing to wait for that to happen? There's really only one reason. It's that you just couldn't do it anymore and you quit. If you would have pushed, who knows if maybe 2 more days even down the road. What if something came up? You never know, right? Screw it, we're throwing the sunnies on for the walk back. If we fall through this crevice, at least we're going down in style.
What is bro on?
My bed was like this. It's gonna go like this now. There's gonna be a couch here. My bookshelf's gonna be here. My projector's gonna be here. Desk here. This is the staircase going down. Completely divided, work and stuff.
Why do you want to go to New York? You go to New York, everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
You got less time. You're gonna be working more.
Yeah. I mean, no change happens in the same place. I think going to New York where everything is rough, everyone's hustling, and like I'm literally in a state of, can I pay rent, can I eat, and like that kind of stuff. That's gonna force a change onto me. It's gonna force a transformation. And Carl Jung says it's when you're literally backed up to a wall and you have no other choice but to like make it, then that's when the real transformation happens. Another example
You
is
don't
like,
think that pressure could break you?
I think that's the risk that comes with a transformation.
When I turned 23, I was like, fuck, I'm getting old. It's not that I literally think I'm getting old, but you know, it's that age where it's like the stress of like, I don't know where I'm gonna be. And like, this is the age where like, I should have an idea of where I'm gonna end up. The other day you were just talking, you were like, yeah, or that quarter life idea. You're like, I don't wanna be stuck in Edmonton. Because everybody here says that, right? Everybody either wants to move out or like they did move out.
I don't think it's the place that people are mad about. It's about the person that they will be if they stay. They'll be the same person right now. I think the people that want to get out aren't satisfied with who they are at the moment, and they know staying is gonna make them stay as that person. And they want to change and they want to transform. That's what it is for me. I want to transform. I want to get to the next level. Someone that's done different things and extraordinarily hard things is completely different from someone who has never experienced that. If you've never individuated, if you've never embraced yourself fully and like been pushed to the limit in order to and made yourself express fully, you can't make good art. You can't make good videos.
There's also a lot of people that aren't doing shit. And they think that moving somewhere is gonna, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move to LA. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move to New York. What do you want to do? I don't know.
I think those people are the ones that are moving because of insecurity, because they want to be like, oh, I made it. Hey, like I'm better than you guys. Hey, like I'm doing good in my life. That's their primary motive. And I think those people, no matter where they go, no matter if they stayed in their hometown, no matter if they go to fucking New York City, no matter if they hang out in Wall Street, they're not going to be successful. I always had the escape route option out, so I took that one every single time. Because if I keep finding reasons to stay in Edmonton, I can always find more reasons to stay in Edmonton.
Hey, fuck it, let's go. This is a horrible video. Hold on, it's so shaky. Okay, let me see. So I know this girl that used to work at a men's clothing store, and she was like, my whole thing on Tinder or like whatever dating app is I guess men's jean sizes. So I got Tinder, and then I matched with this girl who works at a men's clothing store, and I was like, all women who work at men's clothing stores clearly enjoy guessing men's jean sizes.
Yeah.
So I sent a message, and then I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna say totally what I said. It was along the lines of, I bet you can't guess my jean size. I don't think other women like that, because she unmatched me, and it wasn't even like I opened the app an hour later and it was gone.
Yeah.
It was like 2 seconds
Like
after.
immediately, no.
Like I clicked out of the chat, and then I just saw it disappear.
Oh my god.
And then after that, I just deleted Tinder. I was just like, I'm done. Like,
That's it, last straw.
I'm done. Thank you for coming through.
No
Long
problem.
time no see.
No problem.
Why'd you drop out? It's the
What
big
did I-
question. Where were you? Why'd you drop out? I dropped out. Manuel dropped out. It seems like everybody's.
Seems like the trend, eh?
You were always on school.
I was on school.
Because I was like, let me get the masters.
yeah, like let me get like 4.0.
Yeah.
If 4.1 is possible, I'll
And
get it.
you were kind of doing it too.
Yeah. You know, you just wake up one day and be like, man, I don't like what I'm doing. You know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Where is this going?
yeah, like it doesn't make me want to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
You know?
You've been on the path to med school for a long time. How close were you to actually doing med school?
I got accepted in U of T med school, yeah. I was there, like, you know,
Yeah.
I was there. I was
That's
just
super rare, by the way. People
Yeah.
don't know how rare that is.
3.8
Yeah.
average. MCAT, I did pretty well. I got 97 percentile. Volunteer hours, working like 3 jobs at the same time while doing school, so they really liked that. While I was ordering coffee, this guy named Brandon, he came up to me and he was like, hey man, I heard you were going to med school. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. He was like, are you passionate about it?
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't answer him. I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, why couldn't I answer this guy?
Yeah.
That should be like the easiest answer. And then that sparked a little fire.
Or when we would talk about school, you always have this like, yeah, man, it's good. But there'd always be that like little bit of
It's like,
like yeah.
there's something like missing, or like for some reason I decided to hang out with Courage a lot more. He was just like, hey, come hang out at a cafe, you know, just bring your school stuff. Bro, they were barely doing anything. I was like, you guys are making money just sitting down there and like messing around? It
Yeah.
didn't make sense to me. I was like, I thought it was much harder
right.
than like, you know, than what it is. Courage told me, hey man, let's go start a store together. And he was like, don't worry, I'll teach you everything. And then I went home, I texted the boys, hey guys, I dropped out.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, no way. Laughing emoji, that's funny. But I was like, I'm serious, I dropped out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, this guy's serious? No way you actually did it. I'm like, bro, e-com is the only way now. Like,
That was me too. Like, I was so close to graduating, but
Yeah.
I was like, if I graduate, I'm always gonna have that thing to fall back on.
yeah. And
What was your parents' reaction?
I didn't tell them yet. I didn't tell
Not
them.
till this day?
I told them now,
Okay.
like recently,
Okay.
but I didn't tell them at all, like
Right.
for like the longest time. Yeah, because I didn't know how they would react. Like,
Yeah.
because Asian parents, right? Either you graduate or you're a bum. Not shortly after, like, yeah, we just partied out in the store. He did well. $100 days, $500 days. You know. Okay, yesterday, I made 23K US in revenue, 51% net margins. Show you what I made this month. As of currently, 279.
My man got 2 phones on him.
I got my work phone. I got my phone for contacting people.
Currently on my way to go to the skate park. I'm learning, kind of not really, like I do every year. I'm gonna learn how to skate. Still learning.
Here's the thing, going to the skate park, substantially more embarrassing the older you get. When you're 14, everybody's just kind of like, okay, like, who's this dickwad? His parents bought him a skateboard for Christmas. When you go to the skate park as an adult, people kind of expect you to know some shit. Because there's just not that many adults, so they're like, all right, this guy's an adult pulling up to the skate park? Like, this guy must be Tony Hawk or something. Still trying to learn how to ollie.
I woke up this morning, got me feeling brand new, like I know what to do, got me feeling nostalgic. Ancestors sending clues, I'm sending gratitude back, cause the whole world outside, sunny.
Dude, I hate myself so much. He was like, can I take your jacket? And I was like, nah, like I'm cold-blooded. I meant to say I'm just,
I don't like this.
I meant to say like I'm just cold. It came across
why do
like
you-
such an alt boy thing to say.
Does that even come up? Do you even say that normally?
I thought it was a good way to
Dude, in
explain.
your last video, you said the only dance move you know how to do is throw it back, and like, bro, I was like, yo, I know what you're trying to say.
you know what I mean, though.
I know
you
what you're trying to say, but like, dude, why are you saying throw it back?
But-
You're a 13-year-old emo boy that wants to throw it back.
I saw this quote online, I think it was by Picasso. Every artist lives off of their youth. They're never gonna feel emotions that deeply as when they're young. They're never gonna experience things as intensely. They're not gonna love as passionately ever. They're never gonna be as sad. They're not gonna be as happy. My dream is to write a comic, and it's always been that way. I wanted to be a comic artist when I was 13, but then 13 all the way up to like 16, I was always dissatisfied with life. There was nothing like fun going on. There was never like anything intense going on. But then 17, 18, I met Mayor and Huck, and then we started doing like crazy shit together, doing all these drugs. We were going to all these parties. We were meeting all these people. We were breaking into so much shit, stealing so much random stuff. It was dumb, but like those experiences were so intense. We found this school that was doing construction, so we broke into the school and we would smoke weed in there inside of a classroom every day, literally. This one time, it's like 1 a.m. We're high as fuck. Security workers, police officers, they start searching all of the rooms. They're like, hey, we know you're in here. Get out, get out, get out. And we're like hiding behind the door of this classroom. My friend Mayor, he makes a break for it. He runs, and we're running as fast as we can down the hallway of this elementary school. And I see my two friends next to me running with me, and I start like laughing. When you're with your friends, something about it, all that's left is the adrenaline and ecstasy. I literally got into some random other high schooler kid's car because I lost my phone. So they drove me back to where our car was parked originally. But like on the way, we pass by the school, we see guard dogs, we see all these things, and then we get chased again. But like basically, I'm still gonna be inspired by that moment. I think every artist's job is to live life intensely. Now is not the time to work that factory job for 10 years. Your job as an artist is to, flesh out those experiences and those emotions into a body of work. You got to do it now, because you're never going to be this young. You're never going to feel things. You're slowly becoming more and more numb every day as you get older.
We had that one combo where it's like, oh, just get good grades in high school. Like, just do this for mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's always just one more thing. When you graduate high school, just get the diploma. You already got the diploma. Just get the degree. Worry about that after you get married. You're married now, so just get the house, and then you get the house, and then you have the kid, and then by the time you raise the kid, now you got to save for retirement. It's for the rest of your life.
You're fucking up that kid by living like that. One of the most traumatic experiences a kid can have is having a parent that has an unlived life. Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad asked me what all my friends had in common, and I didn't know. See, some of us were photographers, while others were musicians. Some of us were impulsive, and others were cautious. Some of us were dropouts, and others graduated. Some of us stayed in the city, while others moved away. But as I've gotten older, I realized that as different as we all were, we were all dream chasers. Having a real dream means that you'll stop at nothing, no matter the cost. Having a real dream means that it's something you can't forget about, no matter how much you try.